afternoon, guys. It's December 14th. Today is a Tuesday, and it was a very ping-pongy day today, But we were able to take some trades out of it, both sides actually. So for ES, buyers still have a chance to take this thing higher if they can hold above 46.35 or 46.39 area and take out 59 area, 46.55.61 is the area for yesterday's sellers to defend, right? So now we are talking about sellers here to defend, and then old buyers from this area, above that area more buyers will become active. So basically this area, 55.61. Below that area sellers are active from yesterday, and it is up to yesterday's low, and 35 buyers to decide, and then if both of them are price is trading below both, then sellers pretty much is confirmed, right? Above both areas, buyers. I will favor more buyers as long as price is holding it above 35 or yesterday's low in RTH. As long as price is giving me some signs, then below that area I will look for shorts if there is a time left in the day. Basically I am open for both shorts and longs, but I will favor more long if price is holding it above 35 or yesterday's low. And essentially 35.60 is a gray area also, right? Because both sides are active. I can see both sides active, right? So we have to be picky in our direction and levels for execution, knowing that tomorrow is a FOMC, price may not move a lot or do a choppy kind of today's price action, NQ 986.69 are the keys for both parties to fight it off of the open, because when I was writing a note, price was above this area. And then this area to decide, above 6120 buyers are in control. 15,986, 898, 841 were sellers target from yesterday, which they achieved it today, and these areas are good reactionary longs. Okay, Russell, same ping pong, you can trade both ways. Dow, stay above long above 422, below you can trade short even if you want to, trade level to level. But Dow actually closed above this area, so buyers still have a control. Okay, crude is now right at 45, so it's a key for it to hold it above this range, so for day trading in between it's a ping pong, right? So as long as it is in this range, you can favor buyers. Below 70.30 you can short, but you have to realize that this one is the top of the range, past range, and it's a buyer's last line. So break below 610.45, you can favor more sellers in crude. As long as it is holding above it, it's still better to favor buyers. Okay, so crude basically held this area today. So now here, right, so 55.60, this is the sellers area to defend from yesterday, right? And then this area is a past buyers area, and this 35 line past buyers area. Okay, so as long as price is holding it above, when I was writing a note, price was here, at 6 o'clock. So as long as price is holding it above both of this, buyers have a control, still from the past against these sellers. So that's why I locked this area as a gray area, So then some news, PPI news at 8:30, and price just sliced through it. That means now sellers have a control of the open. We should only look for shorts below this area. This area can act as a resistance, this area can act as a resistance, this area can act as a resistance, right? It's which level we need to pick for shorts, that is up to us in real time, because at the same time price is exhausted also to the downside. So of the open there will be a BTFD buyers, and they will buy it up. So we have to be careful, So internals were liquidation kind of the open. Price went higher of the open, and it basically opened at 24, went higher, it came to 36 area, this area, right, 35, 36. So here I was thinking, man, it's an open drive to the upside. However, momentum is still below zero, but AD is rising, so I should skip this level. And as I described the scenarios, right, in Discord, that why one should skip this level because of the open drive, right? and then we have to wait, and the stop loss placement, right? So always we trade from, when we need to decide for the entry, we start from the stop, reward, and then entry, right? So going short at 36 doesn't justify the stop loss, right? Because my stop loss, I was planning to put it around 55-60 area. So 15-16 point stops doesn't make sense. Then we need to evaluate it again at here when price went into this 40-45 area, right? So here also going short at 45, even though it was VWAP, the stop doesn't justify 10 point stop. So I moved it up, and considering also AD was going higher, it does not make sense, you know, to short here. Even though let's say price may gets rejection from here and it goes down, then I will miss the trade. Then at 50, that was my sweet spot, you know, so I shorted at 50 because now I can justify 5 point stop. All price has to do is go back to 36 once, and I have a 15 point right, you know. 36 was my initial scaling area. Just due to this up move, I can't risk holding these shorts for a longer, so I have to scale it, you know, and then break even or something. So now I short, so that's why the first short came in at 50, you know, and then 36 I bailed out actually, right? Because of this rising AD, you know, I didn't want to take a chance. However, momentum and price action, it was a multi-day balance breakdown, so they were supporting shorts, right? But due to this, I cannot hold the longs. I have to wait again, you know, for the new opportunity. Then it's a good thing I bailed out. Price went down, right? So when it went down, now I was thinking, if price comes here, it will be a bullish AD divergence. See, of the open AD was here, now it is here when price is at the same place. So it's a bullish AD divergence, right? So that was another long that we took it at 27 ahead of this low, right? So whatever I saw during the real time, I told you guys in Discord that 27 is a long, right? So but I did it with micro at this time because of this momentum and all these things were still down, and price did get a rejection from 50. So we don't want to be risking too much. So I started with micro here, and then it went and then it started going higher. So here all this area are still a resistance now because price is still below it, right? So the idea in Discord we discuss is, if buyers are legit from here, then it has to go above 36 and hold it, you know. At the same time, NQ also has to go higher and hold it, you know. So we were watching both the price action here, and then it did not held the price above 36, right? So that's where we build out here at 34 or so, you know. And then when price was coming down here, this is where I said there is a possibility for a breakdown now, right? Because if this bullish divergence has to work, price should not have come down again here and should not even held above and then it should have held above 36, and this bullish divergence has to work. But by price getting rejection from 36 coming down here, this bullish divergence actually failed, you know. So now most likely it will go down towards the lower target. See, today in the pre-market what we discuss is the max potential for the downside. I am looking for 4600 or this area, right? So that is still potential at that time because price was here, right? So if breakdown happens, price can technically come here, you know, for the sellers. So here you bail out, you know, here, and then here you prepare for the breakdown trade. So when it pop below here and slight pop up, you know, look at the momentum, it's very down here. Momentum couldn't go above below a far long, and then came down and AD started tanking. This is the breakdown signs. So you take a short here and you target this area, you know, or this bold supports, right? So when it came down, we have to bail out because that was the max potential and price is close enough. So you have to bail out here because price can bounce technically, right? So bail out here. Then no longs. Here somebody said in Discord that 46.10, 13 is a bold support to go long, and I said it may not bounce right away. It will balance, it will pause there, fight there, then it may bounce, later in the noon. So we did not take a long, even though it was bold support, we skip it, and then price went down, right? That's where I took a profit, and then we waited, and then here at 12:05 in Discord, hold on, so in Discord, that is what I typed right at 11:58, and this statement I typed it, no more shorts for the rest of the day, was around 12:05 p.m. See, so when price hits this bold support, I said no more shorts for the rest of the day. That means shorts are not allowed. You can only take longs if you want to from this bold support, so this is what I typed it in Discord at that time, with the exception if price comes to this 24 area, 29, then you can evaluate at that time for the shorts very carefully, so at this point onwards there is no shorts, so I was only looking for longs. So when price hit here second time, the 98, this is where I said I took a long at 98 with a stop at 97, and then price went higher, right, almost 7 to 8 points. Here also I typed it that if either I take a long here, if I get stopped out, I will look for long here, or I will look for long above 46.10. That is what I typed in Discord at the time of taking this trade. Then price gave us a few points. Here you can bail out if you want to, or you can target 20, depending on how you want to manage it. Here price poked right here price poked below 97 for less than 1 point, right, and then balance. So here if you get stopped out at 97 because our stop was too tight, right, so you can go long again. I was for a walk, I was at walk, so I did not look at this price action at that point, so but anyway, if you had a hard stop at 97, I usually don't put a fixed stop, so when I say my stop is at 97, I'm looking to bail out at 97 if you get stopped out. That means I wait for a price to go a little bit below or something, or even I take a fixed stop at that time when price comes there. But it depends on the real-time price action. Even though if I stopped out, if I get stopped out here, if I see these things just poking little below and trading it here, I may go back in, I would have, but I was for walk, so I did not manage this position and I got stopped out. But if I was here near the desktop, I would have gone long here again, so but anyway, so price then again got here to this resistance, right, this is this area, basically this area, and then it ping pong, then it came down, right. So when price was here at 98, I also said NQ 750 and 765 to decide, right here. So 765, price got rejected here, came down to take out 750, again 765, take out 750, and then it held here 750, came all the way up, came down, held 750 here again, then bounced, right. So 750, 765 was the intraday levels that I gave you guys. So you just have to observe, and take an action. And here when it broke above 46.10, that was the long setup that I was waiting since here, right. So this is the breakout setup, breakout, pullback, long, target 20 and out, because remember it's a down day so far, right. So you do not want to hold for a longer. Even though price went higher, you should bail out right here, at 20, and you don't have to take a short here at that point, because now price balanced it enough here and then breakout. So on the way down, all this area can act as a support, so you don't want to take a short here, but at least you can bail out your longs, and Q, same thing, you can bail out here at 880, 898. That was the key area which actually buyers flipped it and turned it as a support in the closing, so this 882 is important, and this 46.20 is important for buyers to hold above. Below, sellers could be active, above buyers are active. That is how we need to see the price for tomorrow, okay. And then tomorrow is FOMC, so we have to really wait for the overnight and FOMC to get some more clue. And that be all for today.